I want you to hear me loud and clear, because this is for someone out there who's been carrying the weight of the world on their shoulders without letting anyone see the strain. For the ones who've been bruised, battered, and broken by people who never truly saw your worth. By those who failed to understand the depth of your soul or the beauty of your resilience. For the ones who've been knocked down more times than they can count, but still manage to rise again with strength in their step and fire in their heart. This is for you. So hear me when I say this. I know you've been through so much. I know you've felt the pain that lingers long after the moment passes, the betrayal that haunts you in silence, the rejection that made you question everything about yourself. It feels like the people you trusted the most were the very ones who turned their backs on you, who made you feel like you were nothing. But let me tell you something powerful. No matter how hard they tried, they could not break you. They couldn't shatter what God placed inside of you. They couldn't take away what was never theirs to touch. You might feel like you're standing at the very edge of your strength, like your energy is drained and the world is pressing in from every side. But I need you to remember something essential. God will break what tried to break you. And I'm not only talking about the people who hurt you. I'm talking about the forces that tried to consume you, the fear, the shame, the depression, the darkness that tried to convince you that you were alone, that you were finished, that you had nothing left. God has seen every tear you've cried when no one was looking. He's counted every sleepless night when you lay there wide awake, searching for peace. He witnessed every moment when your heart felt like it was shattering in silence, when your faith was hanging by a thread. And now he's about to step in. He's about to move in your life in a way so powerful that it will leave those who doubted you speechless. He's going to remind them and remind you of the unstoppable power he placed inside of you. You may not realize it right now, but you are stronger than you think. Life has a way of testing us, of pushing us to our limits, of stripping us down until we feel like there's nothing left. We all go through moments when the weight is too much, when we're one step away from collapsing, when we feel like we've been pushed too far. But what you don't always see in those moments is that you were never breaking. You were being built. Every single tear you've cried, every battle you've faced, every letdown and heartbreak has been preparing you for something greater. It's been shaping you, refining you, building a kind of strength that can't be taught, only earned. The strength within you is not based on how loud you are when you win, but on how you respond when everything is falling apart. You faced more than your fair share of challenges, and yet you're still here, still breathing, still standing, still hoping for better days. That in itself is a victory. That alone proves how strong you truly are. You are not defined by the pain you've endured. You are not the person who was left behind, who was hurt, who was told they weren't enough. You are not the rejection, the failure, or the mistake. You are the one who kept going. You are the one who held on. Strength doesn't always show up in the way the world expects. It's not always in loud declarations or dramatic moments of triumph. Sometimes strength is quiet. It's found in those unseen moments. When you're crying but still get up the next morning. When you feel empty but still give love. When everything in you says, give up, but you don't. That is strength. Real, raw, unshakable strength. It's in the way you keep moving forward when no one is cheering you on. It's in the way you choose peace when chaos surrounds you. It's in the way you pick yourself up over and over, even when you're tired of starting again. You've been pushed to the edge, tested in ways most can't imagine, and still here you are, standing tall, maybe with scars, maybe with a heavy heart, but standing nonetheless. Your strength shows up every day in the choices you make, not to become bitter, not to give up, not to shrink back. That quiet strength within you is more powerful than you know. It's the kind of strength that moves mountains, even if no one sees them move. There is a fire inside of you, a fire that was lit by every storm you've survived. Life has hit you with its worst, but instead of going out, that fire kept burning. It flickered, yes, it struggled at times, but it never went out. Every obstacle you faced, every heartbreak, every disappointment has only added fuel to that fire. It hasn't weakened you. It's refined you. You are like steel being forged in the heat of adversity, stronger now, sharper now, unbreakable in ways you never imagined. And while the fire may feel like too much sometimes, while it burns and tests and stretches you, it's not there to destroy you. It's there to prepare you, to launch you into something greater than you've ever dreamed. Even on the days when you don't feel strong, you are. Even when you look in the mirror and only see the cracks and flaws, others see the warrior. And even if no one else sees it, God does. He's always seen it. Even in your weakest hour, you were never weak. You were becoming. You were evolving. And through it all, you've proven something undeniable. You were made to rise. You may find yourself questioning your own abilities, wondering if you truly have what it takes to endure, to rise above the weight that seems to press down on you. But I need you to understand something important. Your strength is not measured by how you feel in one difficult moment. It is defined by what you have already survived, by the battles you have already fought and won, even if no one else saw them. You have endured some of your darkest days, and that alone is a powerful testament to the strength that lives within you. Your resilience is not born from the times you felt confident or certain. It comes from those moments when you felt tired, empty, and unsure, yet you chose to keep going. That is real strength. You are stronger than you give yourself credit for, because your strength is not just in what you do, it is in who you are. You carry the heart of a fighter. And even when you cannot see that fire in yourself, others around you can. The moments when you feel closest to giving up are often the moments when you are standing just before a breakthrough. Your strength does not always come from powering through everything at once. It shows itself in the quiet, steady courage to keep walking forward even when hope feels out of reach. Those moments, the ones where you choose to hold on despite the weight, are the ones that truly define who you are. When the world tries to convince you that you are not enough, when voices tell you to shrink yourself, your strength is found in how you rise above all of it. It is in refusing to let your value be determined by circumstances. It is in standing tall, in owning your story, and declaring, "I will not be broken." The struggles you face are not here to destroy you. They are carving out the person you are destined to become. And even though the journey may be painful, it is within these very challenges that you discover your deepest strength. Strength is not something that appears overnight. It is formed slowly through each experience, every setback, and every test you encounter. With each day you face adversity, you are building something unshakable inside yourself. It is just like training a muscle. In the beginning, it feels overwhelming, but over time, with persistence, you grow stronger. The strength you carry now is the result of every time you said, "I can't do this," but somehow did it anyway. Every time you felt like you would break, but instead you bent, held on, and found your balance again. Those are the moments that built you. Those are the moments that made you into who you are now. You might not always notice it, but every challenge you face adds another layer of strength. You have walked through storms and survived, and that matters more than you know. Life has tried to pull you under, but you have stayed afloat. You have held on when it would have been easier to let go. The storms do not skip anyone, but the ones who endure them come out brighter. You may still have questions without answers, and the road ahead might still feel unclear, but take a moment to realize that you have already endured the hardest part. You have survived the fight, and that means something. That means as you continue forward, you are not just walking, you are moving with purpose, armed with everything life has taught you. The lessons you learned in your hardest seasons now serve as your protection. And every new obstacle you encounter will be faced with the strength that has already carried you through so much. There is wisdom that only comes from enduring pain. You do not gain it by being spared from hardship. You gain it by facing life head-on and standing on the other side of it. Your strength is revealed in the way you rise over and over again, no matter how many times life has tried to keep you down. Every fall has shown you something new about yourself. It has proven that you are capable of more than you once believed. You learn that strength is not about being perfect. It is about being committed to continuing the journey. The more you push through, the more you come to understand that the power to endure was always there inside you. It was never about avoiding pain. It was about facing it, standing tall in the middle of it, and refusing to let it break you. And here you are today, still standing, still walking, still reaching. That means something. That means that no matter how hard the journey has been, there is something greater ahead. Your strength has brought you this far, and it will carry you even further. Everything you have faced, every moment of pain has been part of a greater process. Those things did not defeat you. They helped reveal who you truly are, and now you are ready for what comes next. You are stronger than you know, and the world has not yet seen the full power of your spirit. Keep going, because there is so much more ahead. God sees every struggle, even the ones hidden behind a smile. He sees the moments when you feel completely alone. He sees the weight of your pain, even when you cannot put it into words. He understands what no one else seems to notice. He sees the tears you cry in silence, the battles you fight in secret, and the strength it takes to keep going every single day. The sleepless nights when your mind is spinning with thoughts you can't silence. The moments when the weight you carry feels like too much and you question how much longer you can keep going. Those moments are real and they matter. You may feel invisible, as though your struggles are hidden from the world, as if no one truly sees the burden you're carrying. But I need you to hear this clearly. God sees every single part of it. He sees the heartache that lingers quietly in your chest. He sees the pain that words cannot explain. And more than anything, He cares. You are not alone in your struggle, even if everything around you makes it feel like you are. No matter how isolating the path may be, God is right there beside you. Even when you feel like you're standing on the very edge of your strength, uncertain how to take the next step forward, He is still there. There is no pain too small, no burden too quiet, no tear too unnoticed for God to see. The world may miss it. The world may be blind to the silent battles you fight behind your smile. But not God. He sees it all. He sees the wounds you carry that no one else knows about. He sees the private struggles that have tested your faith and reshaped your spirit. Every setback you've endured, every moment of weakness you've pushed through, every disappointment that made you question your worth, none of it has gone unnoticed. You are not forgotten. God sees the strength it takes for you to rise each morning, even when everything inside you wants to stay hidden, to stay quiet, to stay in the shadows. He sees the effort you give even when you feel like you're falling short. The world may judge you by what they see on the outside, but God looks deeper. He sees the heart behind your actions. He knows the sacrifices you've made, the fears you've faced, the challenges you've battled through that no one else has witnessed. And not only does He see your pain, He walks with you through it. Sometimes it may feel like God is far away, like He isn't hearing your prayers, like He doesn't feel your suffering. But I want you to know this without a doubt: God is closer than you think. He is not distant. He is not silent. He is present in your most vulnerable moments, in your quiet cries, in the times when you feel like you have nothing left to give. He is there when your hands are trembling and your hope feels lost. He is with you when the night stretches long and the ache in your soul won't go away. Even when you can't feel Him, even when everything around you tells you otherwise, He is working on your behalf. He is moving in ways you can't yet see, making a way through the uncertainty. God's love doesn't waver when you're struggling. It doesn't decrease when life gets hard. In fact, His love is magnified in the moments when you feel like you're falling apart. He draws near to those who are brokenhearted. He holds close those who feel weary and worn, not to watch you suffer, but to help you stand, to help you rise beyond what you thought possible. There is something powerful that happens when you reach the end of yourself. That is when you learn to rely on God in a way you never have before. That is when you begin to trust not just in His presence, but in His perfect timing. That is when your strength is no longer your own, but comes from a place deeper, steadier, and far more powerful. God sees your pain, and He will never ask you to walk through it alone. When you feel like everything is slipping through your fingers, when nothing makes sense, when the darkness feels endless, remember this: God's timing is never late. We may want answers now. We may feel like we can't wait one more day. But God knows what you need, and He knows exactly when to provide it. And He sees not just where you are, but where you're going. You may not understand why this season feels so heavy, or why the doors you prayed for haven't opened, but trust that God is writing a story far greater than the one you imagined. He is using every moment of pain to prepare you for something bigger. The hurt is not wasted. It is doing something sacred in you. It is strengthening you, refining you, and transforming you into the person you were always meant to be. God sees your struggle, and He is using it to build something unshakable in you. There may be days when the weight feels impossible, when the idea of giving up seems like the only relief. But even in those moments, God sees the strength inside of you. You may not feel strong. You may feel like you're at your weakest, but God knows how capable you truly are. He knows what He placed in you. He knows you can endure more than you think. He will never give you more than He knows you can handle with His help. The trials you're facing right now are not random. They are preparing you, shaping you, teaching you how to lean into His power. God is building you into someone who can withstand storms and come out stronger on the other side. In the moments when everything feels like it's falling apart, when it seems like you're losing more than you're gaining, I want you to remember this: God is still in control. He is the God of restoration. He is the one who takes broken pieces and makes them whole again. The enemy may try to overwhelm you, but God will use what was meant to break you as the very thing that builds you. He will take your pain and turn it into purpose. He will take your sorrow and replace it with strength. Every night of loneliness, every hour of waiting, every tear you've cried, they will not be in vain. God is working, even now. He is rewriting your story with redemption and hope. He is preparing a future for you that is worth every ounce of the fight. He sees your struggle, and He is turning it all around for your good. Even when you can't feel it, and even when the days are heavy and full of uncertainty, it's easy to believe that God is far away. It's easy to assume that He has forgotten your pain or that He is silent in the middle of your suffering. But I want you to know with absolute certainty that none of that is true. God is not distant. He is not indifferent. He cares more deeply than you can comprehend. He sees you right where you are, in the middle of the storm, with your heart aching and your hope wearing thin. He hears the quiet cries you've whispered in the dark. He feels the weight you carry and the pressure that never seems to ease. And He loves you with a love that goes beyond understanding. Scripture tells us that God is near to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit. That means there is no place too low, no pain too deep, and no moment too far for God to reach. He is with you in every moment, even the ones that feel unbearable. He is using your struggles not to destroy you, but to draw you closer to Him, to bring you into deeper relationship with His heart. God sees every hardship, every silent tear, every step forward you've taken when it would have been easier to give up, and He is working through it all. The trials you face today are not the end of your story. They are not permanent. They are part of a season, and no season lasts forever. The storm that feels so overwhelming now will pass. In the midst of your struggle, you can rest in the truth that God is already moving, already making a way, even if you can't yet see it. He is building something meaningful, something strong, something beautiful out of the ashes of what you thought was broken beyond repair. He is turning your pain into purpose. What you're walking through now will become part of a testimony that glorifies Him and reminds you just how far His strength can carry you. God sees your struggles, and He is not finished with you. He is not done writing your story, and the pages still to come are filled with redemption and renewal. And when it feels like the weight of the world is pressing too hard against your chest, when your heart feels heavy and tired and worn out, remember this: God's grace is enough. It is more than enough. It is sufficient to sustain you, to carry you, to lift you when you can no longer lift yourself. You were never meant to face this alone. You were never meant to carry the full burden in your own strength. God sees your struggle, and His grace is exactly what you need to keep going. Trust Him. Lean into Him. Believe that He is beside you every single step of the way. God often uses trials not to break us down, but to prepare us for something greater. And yes, in the middle of hardship, it is difficult to see beyond the pain. It is hard to understand the why, to make sense of the suffering. But every challenge you encounter is part of a much bigger picture. Nothing is wasted. Every difficulty you endure is part of God's greater plan for your life. Even when it doesn't make sense, even when you feel lost in the confusion, God is still in control. These trials are not punishments. They are preparations. They are building something within you that will allow you to carry what comes next. The pain is not meant to destroy you. It is meant to shape you into someone stronger, wiser, more rooted in faith. God is using what you're going through to mold you into the person who can handle the blessings He's preparing to pour into your life. When you're in the middle of it, it feels like too much. The pressure builds, the burden grows, and you wonder how much longer you can last. But the very thing that feels like it might break you is the same thing God is using to build you. In those moments of deep struggle, your character is being formed, your faith is being refined. The qualities you need for the next chapter are being developed now. It's in the toughest moments that the deepest lessons are learned. These experiences are equipping you, teaching you endurance, patience, trust, and courage. And though you may not be able to see it yet, you are being prepared for something beyond what you've imagined. God never wastes a trial. He uses each one with purpose. Even when it seems like nothing is changing, even when the waiting feels endless, God is working. He is moving behind the scenes, aligning the pieces, unfolding a plan that is filled with hope. We often want instant results, quick answers, immediate relief. But God's timing is always right. He sees the full picture while we only see a piece. He knows exactly what you need and when you need it. And He is using the very things you wish would go away to strengthen you for the blessings and responsibilities He has in store. Every moment of resistance, every setback, every tear is building you, not despite the hardship, but because of it, you are becoming who you were always meant to be. The road through trials is never easy. It comes with discomfort, with waiting, with pressure and fire. And in the middle of that fire, it's normal to question how you'll make it through. But God never lets you walk through the fire alone. He walks with you. He strengthens you. He uses the heat to purify, not to destroy. The refining process may be painful, but it is necessary. It is vital to your growth. You cannot step fully into the future God has for you without going through the preparation. The battles you face today are preparing your heart and mind to handle the opportunities and impact that are ahead. They are forming the strength, the wisdom, and the humility needed for what's coming. When the process feels long and the pain feels sharp, when you wonder why things are unfolding the way they are, remember this truth. God is not trying to harm you. He is not setting you up to fail. He is positioning you for something greater. Every trial is doing a holy work in your life. It is getting you ready for the next season, a season marked by growth, purpose, and victory. A season is coming that will lead you closer to your purpose and into the fullness of your destiny. Trust in God's plan, even when it doesn't make sense, because every moment of struggle is being used to prepare you for the blessings He is getting ready to release into your life. It's also important to understand that the trials you face are not only about your growth. They are meant to impact others too. When you walk through difficulty and come out stronger, your story becomes a testimony. Your pain becomes a message of hope. God doesn't allow you to endure hardship solely for your benefit. He allows you to walk through fire so that when you emerge, you can be a light to someone else who is still in the flames. Your struggle has purpose beyond what you can see. The very trial you're facing today could unlock someone else's breakthrough tomorrow. God is not just preparing you for greater things in your own life, He is shaping you to become a blessing to others as well. We all long for comfort, and it's natural to want to avoid pain. But God knows that comfort alone doesn't create growth. Strength is not built in stillness. It's built in the pressing, in the stretching, in the moments when we feel like giving up but choose to keep going. The challenges we face are the very things that develop endurance, deepen faith, and shape character. Without trials, we would never grow. Every time you face adversity and overcome it, you are being prepared. You are gaining the wisdom and strength needed to carry the blessings that God is already placing in your path. The pain you experience today is building the foundation for the responsibilities of tomorrow. What feels like breaking is often building. You will come through this with a clearer understanding of your identity and a stronger trust in the God who has never left your side. In every moment of hardship, God is building your faith. It's easy to believe when things are going smoothly, but true faith is revealed in the storm. God allows trials to teach us to rely on Him more completely. When you are struggling, when everything feels uncertain, that is the perfect opportunity to lean on God's strength, to trust His provision, and to surrender to His timing. Through trials, your trust in Him deepens. You learn not only that He is faithful, but that His presence is constant, even when the path is unclear. The faith that is forged in the fire will carry you through seasons of blessing and seasons of testing. It will become the anchor that keeps you steady when life tries to shake you. Sometimes the burden you're carrying feels too heavy. It feels like the struggle will never end. But I want you to hold on to this truth. God's promises are sure. He has declared that He will never leave you and never forsake you. He has assured you that all things will work together for your good. He has spoken over your life that He has a future for you, one filled with hope, not despair. The hardship you are facing today is temporary, no matter how permanent it feels in the moment. But the future God has prepared for you is lasting, eternal, and filled with purpose. Every trial you encounter is part of the preparation process. God is not leaving you in the fire to suffer. He is walking with you through it, using it to refine and strengthen you. When you come out of this trial, you will not be the same. You will carry more wisdom, more resilience, and more spiritual clarity than you did before. The greater things that God is preparing for you are not just about success or recognition. They are about fulfilling your divine calling. They are about walking in purpose and stepping into the life God intended for you from the beginning. The trials you endure are part of His training ground. Through them, He is developing perseverance, growing your capacity, and teaching you how to trust Him completely. And when you reach the other side, you will be able to step boldly into your destiny with a faith that cannot be shaken and a strength that has been forged in the fire. What you're walking through now is shaping you, not just for personal growth, but for impact. God wants to use your life to bless others. Keep moving forward. Keep trusting in what you cannot yet see. Keep believing that what lies ahead is worth the struggle it took to get there. No weapon formed against you will prevail. That is not just a hopeful phrase. It is a divine promise that covers every part of your life. It is God's assurance of His protection and His purpose. No matter what opposition comes your way, whether it's the criticism of others, the weight of impossible situations, or unseen forces working against you, nothing can stop what God has set in motion. You will face resistance. You will encounter moments where it feels like everything is working against you. But through it all, you can cling to the truth that nothing can override God's plan for your life. Every attack, every setback, every betrayal, none of it will succeed in derailing your destiny. When God is with you, no force can stand against you. The obstacles may come, but they will not defeat you. The voices of doubt may rise, but they will not drown out what God has spoken over you. No matter what tries to hold you back, what God has promised will come to pass. The enemy will use everything he can, every tool, every tactic, every form of opposition he can think of. But the truth remains unshaken. No weapon formed against you will prosper. It does not matter what shape the weapon takes. Whether it's an attack on your integrity, a betrayal that cuts deep, or a circumstance that seems beyond fixing, God is still greater. His power is unmatched. His promises are unwavering, and His protection is secure. The enemy may try to knock you down, but God will lift you up again every time without fail. There will be times when the attack feels real, when it feels like everything is collapsing around you, and when the opposition appears stronger than your strength. But God has already gone before you. He has already made a way through what seems impossible. The victory is already yours. The weapons the enemy forms are designed to break you, to discourage you, to make you give up. But God does not waste those moments. He takes what was meant to harm you and turns it into something that makes you stronger. What the enemy meant to destroy you, God will use to build you and push you forward toward your calling. You are not meant for defeat. You are not destined to live under the weight of the attack. No weapon formed against you will prosper, because the one who stands with you is greater than anything that stands against you. Understand that a weapon does not need to succeed in order to cause fear. The enemy will still form it. He will still launch it. But it will not accomplish what it was meant to do, because God's protection surrounds you. What the enemy intends for evil, God will transform into something powerful for your good. Every time the enemy tries to tear you down, he ends up setting the stage for God to show His glory. Every attack becomes an opportunity for God to move in your life in a way that draws you closer to Him and brings you closer to the fulfillment of your purpose. These attacks are not signs that God has forgotten you. They are evidence that He is refining you, sharpening you, and preparing you for what is ahead. The promise that no weapon formed against you will prosper is not only a shield, it is a declaration of victory. It means you will overcome. It means you will rise. The enemy may try to use pressure, stress, fear, or failure to knock you off course, but those same things are the very tools God will use to deepen your faith. Through trials and attacks, God builds something lasting in you. The enemy hopes to weaken you, but God uses the resistance to make you strong, focused, and unshakable. No weapon formed against you will prosper because your life is covered by the hand of God. You are being equipped for something bigger than you can yet see, and nothing can stop it. It is easy to feel discouraged when everything feels like it is going wrong. When plans fall apart, when people walk away, when opposition comes from every direction, it is tempting to think that the enemy is winning. But never forget, he never gets the final word. God's voice is louder, His promise is stronger, His authority is absolute. The battles you face, the challenges you endure, and the weapons formed against you do not determine your outcome. God does. His word will always stand. His truth will always prevail. You can hold on to the unchanging promise that no weapon formed against you will succeed, because the Creator of the universe is fighting for you. And when He fights for you, nothing can stand in your way. There will be seasons in life that feel like war, seasons when it feels like everything is unraveling, when nothing is stable, when you feel exposed and vulnerable. But you are never facing those battles alone. God is your protector. He goes before you to clear the path. He walks beside you to keep you steady. He lifts you up when you are too tired to keep going. No matter what rises up against you, God is greater. He will not let the attacks destroy you. Even when the enemy forms a weapon, it will not fulfill its purpose. God will either block it or He will use it to prepare you for the calling He has placed on your life. You are never fighting alone. God is in every battle, making sure that the weapons fail and your faith remains. You may face situations that feel unfair. You may face rejection, slander, or moments when you feel completely misunderstood. But those things are not your end. They are part of your development. Every hardship you walk through is shaping you into someone who can handle both favor and responsibility. Each weapon formed against you becomes a platform for God to prove His faithfulness to you. He is forming you into someone who is not only strong, but also full of grace and wisdom. The struggles you face today are refining you for the greater impact you are meant to have. You may not be able to see it clearly yet, but God is working in your life with purpose. The things that were meant to break you will become the very things that build your testimony. God's plan for your life is greater than any scheme the enemy could ever devise. The enemy may try to interfere, but his attempts are powerless against the authority of God. The path God has prepared for you is filled with purpose, and nothing can stop it. No matter what weapons come against you, no matter how fierce the resistance, they will not win. God's protection is your assurance. You are already walking in victory. You are already more than a conqueror. You are already standing in a position of strength because you are covered by the God who never loses a battle. The victory is already yours because no weapon formed against you will succeed. It's essential to understand that while the weapon may form, that is not the end of the story. Too often we focus so much on the battle, the hardship, or the opposition that we forget the deeper truth. We are not defined by what comes against us. We are defined by who we are in Christ, and He has already declared that we are more than conquerors. Whatever weapon the enemy tries to bring into your life, it will never have the final say. The final word belongs to God, and His word is clear. No weapon formed against you will prosper. Hold on tightly to that promise, because it is not just a hopeful thought, it is a divine guarantee. No matter what you face, no matter how hard the journey becomes, you will rise above it. God's purpose for your life will not be stopped. What He has ordained cannot be undone. Your breakthrough is coming. That simple phrase holds tremendous weight, especially when you are in the middle of a storm. When life feels overwhelming, when pressure builds from every side, and when there seems to be no clear path forward, those words carry hope. It is a reminder that no matter how dark things feel, no matter how long the night seems, there is a change coming. A breakthrough is on its way, and it may be closer than you think. Sometimes we become so focused on the pain or the difficulty that we forget the promise is still alive. It is easy to feel disheartened when your plans fall apart, when progress feels slow, and when you are met with obstacle after obstacle. But I want to remind you today that the breakthrough you are praying for may be just on the other side of the struggle. It may not arrive when you want it to, but it will arrive exactly when it is supposed to. God's timing is perfect. It is never delayed. Even when you feel stuck in a long and difficult season, know that God is working behind the scenes. He is aligning things you cannot see. He is preparing something far greater than you could imagine. Every trial, every challenge, every test of your patience is setting the stage for something powerful that is about to unfold. There will be moments when you feel weary, moments when quitting seems easier than holding on. But in those moments, hold on to this truth. Your breakthrough is coming. Just because you cannot see movement doesn't mean it isn't already happening. Sometimes breakthroughs arrive quietly. Sometimes they come in a way you didn't expect. But they always arrive when God says the time is right. He sees the full picture. He knows what needs to shift in your life and in your heart before the blessing can come. The breakthrough isn't always about a change in your circumstances. Sometimes it's about the transformation within you. It's about the maturity, the trust, and the faith that grow while you wait. There will be seasons when it feels like everything is falling apart. You may question why things are happening the way they are, but God uses those seasons to shape you. He uses the waiting to strengthen you. Breakthroughs require preparation. God doesn't just give you the blessing, He prepares you to carry it. He refines your heart, sharpens your mind, and teaches you to rely on Him completely. If you take a moment to look back on your life, you'll see how the difficulties of the past have actually shaped you into a stronger person. Every hardship has added to your wisdom. Every delay has increased your endurance. Every setback has taught you how to trust God more. So when you face challenges today, know they are not just barriers. They are bridges. They are the very tools God is using to get you to the next level. It is often said that the darkest hour comes just before the dawn, and that holds true in your journey of breakthrough. There will be times when you feel like the night will never end, when the pressure is unbearable, and when hope seems distant. But those are often the moments when you are closest to the breakthrough you have been waiting for. The enemy will try to convince you that nothing will ever change. He will try to whisper lies into your mind that you are stuck, forgotten, or forsaken. But the truth is, your breakthrough is not only coming, it is already in motion. As you get closer to it, the resistance may increase, but that is not a sign to stop. It is a sign to keep going, keep believing, keep trusting, because the moment of release, the shift, the breakthrough is about to happen. Sometimes we get so caught up in trying to make things happen in our own strength. We exhaust ourselves striving and pushing, trying to force the outcome. But God's plan is always greater than our effort. There is a time to act, and there is a time to be still. When you reach the point where you feel you've done all you can do, don't lose hope. That is often the moment when God's power begins to move most visibly. Your breakthrough will not arrive through human effort alone. It will come with divine force. It will be undeniable. It will be filled with grace and favor. It will be far greater than anything you could have planned or expected. Trust that God is working even when you cannot see it. His hand is on your life, guiding you towards something extraordinary. When you are in the midst of a struggle, it is easy to lose sight of the greater purpose. But I want you to understand something important. Everything you are going through right now is part of the process. God is using each moment, each challenge, each trial to refine you, to strengthen you, and to prepare you for the breakthrough that is coming into your life. Your prayers, your persistence, and your faith have not gone unnoticed. God has heard every word you have spoken in desperation, seen every tear you have cried in silence, and He is working things out on your behalf, even when you cannot see it. Do not be fooled by your current circumstances. They do not define the outcome. Your breakthrough is coming, and it will be worth every moment of pain, every sacrifice, and every long night. What feels senseless now will make perfect sense when you walk into the promise that God has prepared for you. There is a reason you have not given up. There is a reason you are still standing and still believing. It is because your breakthrough is not only meant for you, it is also meant to be a testimony to others. When you emerge on the other side, when God brings you into the fullness of His promise, it will not only transform your life, it will give hope to someone else. Your breakthrough will serve as evidence to someone else who is struggling, someone who is ready to give up, someone who needs to know that God is still working. The victory that God brings into your life will inspire others to believe again, to keep going, and to trust that their breakthrough is on the way too. So do not lose hope. Keep moving forward. Your breakthrough is not only about your deliverance, it is also about the impact you are called to make. While you wait, there are important truths to remember. God is with you. You are not walking through this alone. He is walking beside you in every moment of your struggle. The second truth to remember is that God's timing is always perfect. What may feel like delay is really preparation. He is arranging the details, developing your strength, and readying you for the next season. And the final truth is this: your breakthrough will come. It will arrive when you are ready for it, when the conditions align, and when it brings the greatest glory to God. Trust His process, trust His pace, and trust that what He promised is not far away. Do not give up, do not lose heart. Your breakthrough is near. When it comes, it will be proof of God's faithfulness, His power, and His perfect timing. Your breakthrough is not just a hope, it is a promise. Believe in it, trust in it, and get ready to walk in it. There are moments in life when the pressure is heavy, when the people closest to you add to that weight instead of helping you carry it, when betrayal and pain seem to come from the ones who should have supported you. And in those moments, it is easy to feel like the people who tried to break you have succeeded. But I want to tell you the truth. God will handle those who tried to break you. The people who thought they could tear you down, who tried to hurt you and ruin what God was building, will not get away with it. Not because you will take revenge, but because God is just. He sees everything. He knows the lies, the manipulation, and the betrayal. He is not unaware of the pain you have endured, and He is not indifferent to the injustice you have experienced. When others try to crush your spirit, when they think they have won, remember that God has the final say. He will turn the situation around. He will deal with those who acted with cruelty. He will lift you up where others tried to tear you down. They may try to steal your joy, damage your name, or block your path, but what they cannot touch is the calling God placed on your life. They cannot remove the purpose that is planted deep inside you. What they meant to break you will be used to build you. What they meant to destroy you will be used to strengthen you. And what they meant for evil, God will use for good. Their attacks are not the end of your story. They are simply tools that God will use to write a better chapter. Even when it hurts, even when you feel alone, God is at work. He is shaping your character. He is growing your endurance. He is proving that what they tried to destroy cannot be destroyed because it is sustained by Him. Your enemies may have underestimated your resilience, but they have also underestimated your God. He will not let their plans succeed. He will not allow their words to define you. He will show them and the world that what they meant to break only made you stronger. God does not waste pain. He uses it to prepare you for what is coming. The trials you are facing are shaping you into someone who is ready to carry the blessings ahead. Every moment of injustice is being turned into preparation. When people try to harm you, they do not realize they are helping to fulfill God's purpose for your life. Your story is not over. God is still writing it. And when the next chapter begins, it will reveal that nothing and no one can stop what He has ordained. You are being refined. You are being equipped. And you are being prepared for something greater than what they tried to take from you. The enemy may try to use others to come against you, to bring you down, to wound you where it hurts most, but in the end, God's plan will always prevail. The very things that were designed to break you will become the very tools God uses to shape you into who you are meant to be. God will deal with those who tried to harm you because He protects His children. He will never allow the enemy's schemes to succeed in the end. Those who tried to break you may not understand the weight of their actions, but God sees everything they have done and is using it for His glory. Their betrayal, their deception, their cruel words may have been meant to cause harm, but God is turning it all around for good. What was meant to destroy you will become a testimony of God's power and His faithfulness. You will rise stronger than ever before. And those who tried to harm you will face the consequences of their actions, not through your retaliation, but through God's justice. You are not called to fight back. You are not responsible for revenge. God will take care of it all in His way and in His time. And when He does, it will be clear that no one can destroy what God has built. Remember that God's justice does not come from a place of revenge or wrath, but from righteousness. He does not break people simply to punish them. He allows consequences so that those who do harm can come to understand the damage they've caused and turn from their ways. God is a God of mercy, but He is also a God of justice. Those who refuse to change, who continue to hurt others without remorse, will see the results of their choices. So when others come against you, trying to break your spirit, remember that God is watching. He sees it all, and He will not overlook the pain you've endured. You do not need to hold on to bitterness. You do not need to carry the burden of trying to make things right. Let God handle it. Your breakthrough does not come through revenge. It comes through surrender. It comes through trusting that God will restore what was taken from you. He will lift you up. He will handle those who tried to break you. Your part is to keep moving forward with faith, to stay focused on what God has called you to do. Let Him be your defender. Let Him bring the justice. You do not have to carry the weight of pain any longer. God has already taken it, and He is using this very season to make you stronger, more focused, and more in tune with His purpose for your life. Every attack, every betrayal, every attempt to pull you down is now being turned into an opportunity for growth. God is not just addressing those who tried to break you. He is also breaking off everything that has been holding you back. He is breaking you free from anger, from resentment, from the emotional chains that have kept you tied to the pain. He is healing your heart. He is restoring your strength. He is preparing you for what comes next. Do not let the wrongs of others define who you are. Do not let their actions write your story. God has already written the ending, and it ends in victory. He will deal with those who tried to harm you, and He will elevate you beyond what they could ever imagine. In life, you will face moments when the pressure feels overwhelming, when people turn against you, when your dreams are attacked and your spirit feels crushed. But understand this: the people who try to harm you, whether intentionally or not, do not have the final word. God sees every detail. He knows the betrayal, the heartache, the pain you have carried, and He will not leave you to fight these battles alone. He will rise up and fight for you. He will address the wrongs done to you in His perfect way and in His perfect time. When the burden feels too heavy, when your heart is broken and your spirit weary, trust that God is using even this to mold you into something greater. He will never allow the attacks of others to destroy what He has begun in you. What may feel like your breaking point is actually a point of transformation. God is not letting you fall apart. He is building you up. He is preparing you for something far more significant. The pain is not wasted. The hardship is not in vain. It is part of a process that will lead to your strength, your purpose, and your destiny. Those who try to bring you down may think they've succeeded, but they have not. God's justice is not absent. It is working behind the scenes. They may not see it yet, but their actions will not go unanswered. And in the end, God will lift you up and deal with them according to His perfect justice. As you walk through this season, let go of the desire to retaliate. Let go of the bitterness that tries to stay lodged in your heart. Choose to release it all to God. Trust that He is working on your behalf and that He is breaking every chain that has held you captive. Your breakthrough is coming. Your freedom is being restored, and you are being made ready for the blessings that are ahead. God will deal with those who tried to hurt you, and through it all, He will make you stronger, wiser, and more prepared for the calling on your life. Stay encouraged. Stay rooted in faith. You're not walking through this alone. God is with you every step of the way. He is protecting you, lifting you, and guiding you into victory. The pain may be real, but the promise is greater. Your future is secure, your purpose is intact, and nothing formed against you will prevail. Keep going. Keep trusting. Your breakthrough is closer than you think.